story. Let me talk briefly about the funding of the government. The CR is coming together. Bipartisan work is ongoing. We're almost there. We worked really hard to achieve consensus on a bill that responsibly funds the government into March of next year. It'll go to March 14, and that date was chosen because it coincides with the calendars of the House and Senate, and it makes sense for us to get the appropriations done. But our aim is to do it early in the year, not wait till March, and all the appropriators and the people on the committees of jurisdiction are already working to do that. We've been working around the clock to get the CR done. It was intended to be, and it was until recent days, a very simple, very clean CR, a stopgap funding measure to get us into next year when we have unified government under the Republican Party. But a couple of intervening things have occurred. We had, as we say, as we describe them, acts of God. We had these massive hurricanes, as you know, in the late fall, Helene and Milton and other disasters. We have to make sure that the Americans that were devastated by these hurricanes get the relief they need. So we are adding to this a disaster relief package, and that's critically important. Also important is the devastation that is being faced by our farming community. The agriculture sector has really struggled. They've had effectively 3 lost years, and commodity prices are a bit of a mess, and you've got input costs that are skyrocketed because of Bidenomics. You put all those factors together, droughts and all the other conditions, and you have a lot of small family farms and ranches and people who supply the food for the country in dire straits right now. And so Congress recognizes that need, and so we've had to add a little bit to that as well. So what would have been a very skinny, very simple, clean CR has been added. These other pieces have been added to it, and a couple of things that are related to all that. But I'm not going to get into much more detail because it's almost done. But we do expect text today, and we are going to try. Let me answer your question in advance. We are, I believe, in the 72-hour rule. I've said that to all the House Republicans this morning. I believe we ought to try to pass this on a rule to go through regular process. We're committed to all of that. We're going to take care of these obligations and get this done. And then we're going to go to work in unified government in the 119th Congress that begins in January. Last thing I'll note, today we'll be voting on the Midnight Rules Relief Act. And we all believe in the separation of powers and that it's wrong for the executive branch to circumvent Congress's role as the lawmaker under Article 1. So with this bill, we're going to make it easier for Congress to flex that Article 1 muscle, review the litany of regulations that presidents like to issue at the end of their term. House Republicans are reining in executive overreach, and I hope this is a bipartisan effort. It should be, because it's about maintaining our role as the legislative branch, the first article of the Constitution.